Guys, I reviewed the Creality Falcon A1 a couple of weeks ago, and you know what? I really liked it. But the upgrade that I was waiting to try was the Rotary tool. Now, Rotary tools can be a little bit indifferent, right? Sometimes the settings don't feel quite right, and you know what? You can never get it set up. So simplicity is key. And today, guys, I'm taking a proper look at the Rotary tool for the Creality Falcon A1, how it actually works day to day, and whether it's something you genuinely want to use. Want to find out more? Then stick around. I'll be back in just a few seconds. What's up YouTube? Dave here with Seen Through a Lens, and thanks for stopping by the channel. We make lifestyle videos and all things tech, so if that's your kind of thing, then please consider subscribing to the channel and clicking on the bell icon so you don't miss any future videos. Now guys, before we get into it, Creality did send this over to me to take a look at. It's nice, isn't it? And as always guys, you're always going to get my honest review, whether it's good, bad, or indifferent. So let's get into it. Now, this is the Rotary tool made for the Falcon A1. And straight away, it feels solid. It's got a decent bit of weight to it, and everything feels really well put together. And nothing about it is cheap. You've got a proper chuck at the front, you've got rubberized grips for more delicate items, and a spring-loaded support at the back, which is actually a really nice touch. It helps to keep things stable without having you to constantly adjust it. Everything you need is included in the box, along with the risers that you need to jack up your machine, because you won't fit this inside. Now guys, setting it up is fairly straightforward, right? You've got to remove the base plate, and I've also got the honeycomb grill in there, but you've got to remove all of that. Then you raise the machine up using the supplied spacers or risers, and then you connect the Rotary tool to the side. It's really easy. The Rotary tool cable that comes with the tool isn't the right cable. You need to use the one that actually comes with the Falcon A1. That cable I think is for like the Falcon 2 or something like that, which I do have as well. But yeah, use the cable that came with the actual A1. Now guys, from there on, I'm going to go into LightBurn and I'm going to set a few things up. Now, I'm not going to go deep into the settings because you know what? I could take you through setting it up, configuring it, all of that kind of stuff. But actually, it's all very straightforward. Go into the Rotary tool setup, use the measuring tape to find out the actual circumference of, let's call it, I'm going to use a bottle. So use the tape measure that's included to find out the circumference of the bottle. Put that setting in there. Now I actually used a bit of tape to put around the bottle, and I drew a line around it, and you've got to make sure that line kind of lines up, and then you know you've got the right dimensions. Then guys, you know, you could play around with settings. This is metal, so I'm going to use 40% power. You can try it out. You can set up some templates to, which I've done in the past. You set up some templates to kind of do a test on your bottle, but I'm kind of taking a bit of a guess here, and you know what, we'll see what those results are like. The other thing you've got to make sure of is in the book, it tells you to connect to the Z axis in the Rotary tool, but it won't work. You need to connect this to the Y axis. So yeah, just point to note. Now guys, whether you're engraving a bottle, a glass, or something a bit more awkward, this Rotary tool rotates smoothly and consistently. There's no slipping, there's no sudden jumps, and nothing makes you feel like you're fighting with the machine. I tried it on a couple of metal flasks, and you know what, once you've got the power and the speed dialed in, the results are clean and repeatable. That's really the key thing here, repeatability. It also doesn't feel intimidating to use. If you're new to rotary engraving, this is one of those setups that eases you into it rather than putting you off straight away. So guys, the results came out okay, right? So for the first engraving using this rotary tool, you can see that the results are okay. I had a couple of logos on an old flask and my logo on my Ninja flask. I don't want to say Ninja, but anyway, I did. So there you go, guys. You know, overall, the rotary tool for the Falcon A1 does exactly what it should. It's solid, it's well thought out, and once it's set up, it just works. It adds a lot of flexibility to the machine without making things complicated or frustrating. If you're thinking about buying a rotary tool for your engraver, cutter, then this is a really nice place to start. And guys, at the time of this video going live, you can pick this bad boy up for around £151. There are some discounts. I will leave any links and any discounts in the description. And guys, if you have any questions or comments, then please leave them below. And if you like the video, then please give it a thumbs up. It really does make a difference. And if you'd like to see more of my content, then please subscribe and click on the bell icon so you could be notified of new videos. Thanks to you guys for watching, and thanks to Creality for sending me this cool piece of kit which has transformed my laser engraver, my A1. I love it. I'm Dave with Seen Through a Lens, and I will see you the next time. Bye for now.